Selemento Ambulâncias, frota moderna e equipe especializada. Segurança para sua família, proteção para os grandes eventos. Acompanhe no telão de lançamento.
¿Quieres cruzar? Pensé que quería cruzar. Ah, no.
E olha que já está com a gente fazendo a festa na vida.
Fazendo uma tomada tua. Foi fazer um vídeo teu.
Tá tranquilo? Boa noite, seja bem-vindo. Ó, você ganhou de mim naquele intervalo. Hoje eu vou ganhar de você, hein? Combinado. Siga tudo o que acontece no campeonato pelo Twitter, Facebook, Instagram e YouTube oficial do torneio, @BCL Américas.
Minas, 90 anos de histórias e um futuro tanto pela frente.
Senhoras e senhores, muita atenção neste momento para recebermos as equipes que vão se enfrentar neste jogo da Basketball Champions League Américas. Neste momento, vamos receber a equipe do Biguá. Número 3, Nicolas Catala. 5, Juan Ducassi. 7, Thiago Rodrigues. 12, Matias Espinosa. 13, Leandro Serminato. 21, Álvaro Paiovic. 22, Frederico Babossi. 30, Juan Melo. 31, Alex Fox. 35, Pastor. 80, Máximo Grelver. Treinador Nicolas Mazarino. E atenção, torcida do Minas! Se preparem para receber os nossos jogadores. Mas antes de chamar eles, eu quero convidar o mascote mais querido do Brasil, Mas! Vamos aplaudir o Mas! Agitando a torcida na linha, o nosso mascote querido Mas. E neste momento eu quero apresentar para vocês o nosso time do Minas. Número 1, Jeremy Ranuel. 2, Fernando Fernandes. 5, Franco Barabi. 8, Emílio Coelho. 9, Danilo Cruzado. 10, Lucas Rodrigues. 12, Rafael Marinho. 15, Vicky Silva. 20, Juan Arendo. 24,
Good evening and welcome into Minas Tennis Clube in Belo Horizonte, Brazil for tonight's Basketball Champions League America's Group C contest between Minas Tennis Clube and Biguá of Montevideo, Uruguay. Alongside Andrew Hunt, I'm Craig Fada, and we're so glad you can be with us tonight, wherever you're watching from in the USA, on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL America's YouTube channel and Courtside 1891. Well, as a result of yesterday's loss to Quimsa, Biguá have been eliminated, so the result of this game will not really have any bearing on the outcome of the group. No doubt that Biguá are disappointed, but they'll have to find a way to find some motivation against a team that's beaten them by 13 points in both previous windows. Minas, on the other hand, they continue to look impressive. I think based on their win 2 nights ago against Quimsa, I might have them a little low in my power rankings. I think I had them at 5th, maybe 6th. But this looks like a team that has a legitimate shot at getting into the semifinals. As we take a look at the starting lineup for Biguá, it's going to be Nicolas Catala, Matias Espinosa, Leandro Serminato, Juan Teo, and Alex Lopez for head coach Nicolas Mazarino. Nicolas Mazarino assisted by Diego Rodriguez and Joaquin Nunez. And we will have the starting lineup for Minas in just a moment. Minas off last night. As we said, Biguá fell to Quimsa, 75-71. The other game last night, or rather it was actually yesterday morning, Boca Juniors defeated Flamengo, 96-71. Bit of surprise in that one. As we see the starting lineup for Minas, Danilo Fusaro, Lucas Rodriguez, the 17-year-old who has really been playing very well lately, Rafa Mineo, Alexandre Paranhos, and Yuri Elias for head coach Leonardo Costa. And he is assisted by Joao Otto. Our officials for this contest, Krishna Dominguez of Mexico, Roberto Fernandez of Costa Rica, and Samuel Hidalgo of the Dominican Republic. One more game tonight after this one. We will have Flamengo and Toros de Chiriquí in Group B at 9:20 local time in Buenos Aires and 7:20 p.m. Eastern time in the USA. And then tomorrow, one last game in the group phase, and we are done. Prior to heading to the quarterfinals, tomorrow it's going to be Boca Juniors, which had that impressive win against Flamengo yesterday morning, 96-71. Boca will take on Toros de Chiriquí, who will still be looking for their first win in BCL America's play. My partner, Andrew Hunt, are you with us yet? Andrew not on mic yet, but that's fine. We will press on as we await Andrew's arrival to the microphone. Minas, dressed in royal blue, fading to black shorts. Numbers Biguá in their uniforms, trimmed out in navy and maroon.
Mais uma vez ao jogo entre Minas e Biguá da Basketball Champions League Américas. Obrigado a todos pelo seu apoio e aproveite ao máximo esse super jogo.
Just a couple of moments away from tip-off, and what a great event this has been. I can't believe that we only have one game left, or rather 1 day left in group play. And then we are on to the quarterfinals in March. And of course, the Final Four in April. Andrew and I did our power rankings on Saturday. I had Minas at number 6 behind Paisas and Instituto, but I think based on their performance against Kimsa, they were so impressive that maybe Minas should be at 4 where Andrew had them, and then Paisas and Instituto. But again, the level of competition, I think, may hurt Minas a little bit. They had to defeat the defending champions in their group, Kimsa. And Kimsa not as strong this year as they were last year. We are underway. Once again, thanks so much for being with us. The pass down low off the foot of Juan Tello. And so Minas will retain possession. Here comes the impressive youngster Lucas Rodriguez giving it up left side to Minejo. And Rodriguez gets it back. Rodriguez on Saturday against Kimsa, 3 of 4 from outside. And Minas starting off quickly with the 3-point bucket. That one by Yuri Elias, a 31% three-point shooter coming into this one. He's averaging 4.8 points per game, and he's already got 3. Now Biguá, their first offensive possession. Tello kicks it out, gets it back. 1 on the shot clock. Tello for 3. That is good. Juan Tello. Impressive. He had 18 points and 12 rebounds yesterday against Kimsa in his first game with Biguá. Juan Tello, longtime Colombia national team member. He was 0 for 2 from the arc yesterday. Here we go again. Elias scores again, and he's already above his per-game average. This is turning into a three-point shooting contest already. Actually, count that one for 2 for Juan Tello. And now that one tied up. Elias and Alex Lopez. It'll stay with Minas. Yuri Elias, 2 shots, 2 threes. There's a look at Juan Tello's step back 3. And now the baseline jumper for Paranhos is good. 8-5 now in favor of Minas. Just past the 8-minute mark of this first quarter. That one kicked. I believe Servanato got a foot on that. Right side now to Alex Lopez. Fakes the three, drives the right-hand layup, circles in, and Biguá back to within one. Spin move toward the baseline. Mineiro now getting it out, and the baseline jumper is good as Alexandre Paranhos scores again. He's got 4. Both teams red hot in this one early. Minas 4 of 4 overall, 2 of 2 from the arc. Biguá 3 of 3, 1 of 1 from the arc. Poked out of there, out of bounds, and that should stay with Biguá. Nope, they're going to say Minas. Montejo, the last one to touch that. I understand my partner Andrew Hunt is with us now.
Yeah.
There you are.
The jet just landed. No.
Yeah.
I think I did catch something where you stated that you may need to amend your power rankings to show that Minas was closer to a ranking that I may have previously given them. I thought I heard.
I did say that. Yep. I will acknowledge after Minas's impressive performance on Saturday. But of course, again, we're talking about the competition. Keemsa not as strong as they were when they won the championship last year, obviously. If they can have an impressive performance again tonight, I think I'd be pretty solid in moving them up a notch or two, at least. Beautiful drive there from Lucas Rodriguez, and this young man continues to impress.
He was in the crowd for the game that Minas played against Keemsa. So getting a scout on.
Yeah. Of course, he's only 17 years old, so it's not like he can go out and hit the clubs. That will stay with Minas. Those are some sharp uniforms Minas are wearing tonight. That deep royal blue fading into black shorts, gold numbers.
I believe I spotted Silva. I know it was another player, and I'm trying to look on the website here to track down the face that I saw. But I think, yeah, he was in the crowd too, watching that previous game.
Espinosa to Teo. Teo from 19, that's no good. Lead up to 5 now for Minas. Paranhos on the handoff. Tries to rub off the defender. Can't. Quick hands on the defense. Nicely done by Sermonato. Takes it himself and can't score. The defense got back, forced up a tough shot. And with 5.5 minutes to play, Minas looking to expand their biggest early lead. Shot from the left elbow, no. The tip-in won't go by Paranhos. The shot after that is blocked. Out of bounds, but a foul called. Leonardo Costa going with a much different starting lineup than we saw on Saturday. Jeremy Hollowell, Franco Barale, Vinicius Silva, and Luis Montero all coming off the bench in this one, starting Danilo Fusaro, Lucas Rodriguez, Rafa Mineiro, and actually 5 new starters. Hollowell, Fernandez, beg your pardon, Hollowell, Barale, Silva, Orengo, and Montero all coming off the bench. Maybe giving his starters a little bit of a break, a little reward for their performance on Saturday, knowing this game doesn't really have any consequence. The lead is now 6, and a turnover by Biguá. Previous foul, by the way, on Nicholas Catala. Corrale into the game now. Fernando Fernandez. Pardon, that was Elias. Now from 18, that rattles in. Sometimes these numbers aren't always easy to read. That was Yuri Elias. Lead is 8. Teo gives it up to Federico Bavosi, the 43-year-old captain. Poked out of bounds, and it'll stay with Biguá. 4.9 on the shot clock. And the floater up from Thiago Rodriguez, no. So on the floor for Minas, it's Franco Barale, Rafa Minejo, Vinicius Silva, Juan Orengo, and Yuri Elias. For Biguá, it's Juan Ducase, Thiago Rodriguez, Alvaro Pajovic, Federico Bavosi, and Juan Teo. Nice job working off the glass. Yuri Elias with 11 points already.
Craig, the last time we saw Minas play, I got to thinking, and maybe I'm getting my teams mixed up. You know, there's 12 of them, so I feel like I could be forgiven for that. But Scott Machado, was he with Minas previously? Like earlier in this,
no,
maybe the second window?
I don't believe so. Scott Machado would have been on Flamengo, I believe. He's... Flamengo. Well, maybe he could be on Minas, I suppose. We could look that up.
Yeah, let me
Machado,
take the Wayback Machine.
Now the shot clock expires. Minas does not get a shot off. I'm trying to remember if Machado was even playing this year.
I know I'm confident I saw him. He's not on the current roster for
yes,
Flamengo.
He did play. You are right. He did play for Minas. He played 4 games.
Okay. And where did we see him at Halcones last year? I recognized him from last year's tournament. Obviously a different team because Minas wasn't in the tournament last year.
I think he was with Flamengo last year.
Okay, that's where you think you're getting Flamengo.
Yeah, Machado's Brazilian. So I don't think he would have been with Halcones, but we can look that up as well very quickly. If you give me about 5 more seconds here. Scott Machado was with Flamengo.
All right. We remain undefeated. We're basically right that whole time. Yeah, I mean, it's maybe not at the beginning, but we figured it out. We were right at the end. That's what matters.
Yes. 17-11 following the free throw by Ducase. And a foul called as Minas brought the ball up the court. And a reset on the shot clock. Stolen away by Pajovic. Pajovic, another one of those young players, 18 years old. So we've got an 18-year-old and a 43-year-old on the floor right now. Not quite as big a spread as we will see later for Toros Tachiriki, where we've got a 16-year-old and a 48-year-old on the roster. As Ducase hits the three-pointer to get Biguá back to within 3. And that shot blocked, but a foul called. That also on Ducase. So Vinny Silva, 19 years old, he will be going to the free throw line. I think if we were going to do an all 20 and under team, Vinny Silva would be on it, as would Lucas Rodriguez. That might be a fun team to try to put together.
Yes. Speaking of my all hustle team, I was going to mention that Toros de Chiriquí, it's a bittersweet night to see Joshua Lemon. I'm hoping he can pull out some kind of acrobatic up and under dunk, some situation to see us off. He's been fun to watch on that team.
That three is up and good. And Biguá again back to within one, 18-17. So Minas led by 10 just a few moments ago. But a 10-1 run. And now Biguá had a chance to take the lead. Ducasse ended up on the floor, and a foul is called. Did they get Vinicius Silva? Oddly enough, we have two players named Vinicius in the game right now. Vinicius Silva for Minas and Vinicius de Oliveira for Biguá. Silva hits
his name's
the first
my
free
name
throw.
Too. That's a good name. I like it.
It is. Silva hits both free throws and the lead back to 3. Coming up on 1 minute to play. Fast first quarter here in Belo Horizonte. There's the other Vinicius. He doesn't get the bucket, but Alvaro Pajovic does, another 18-year-old. Outside to Jeremy Hollowell. Hollowell shakes his defender, misses the open jump shot, but there for the offensive rebound is Arengo. Arengo throws it outside, and here comes Rodriguez. That missed. Rebound out of bounds, and it'll stay with Minas. Could also do an all-over 35 team.
Bavosi on that one.
Well, Bavosi's only averaging 3.4 points per game. I don't know if I would put him on that team.
Wait, what are over? Did you say over 40?
Oh, over 35.
Okay, I was say if you do an over 40 team, he's probably going to make it because I think we have I think we have 5 though.
I think we do. Michael Hicks.
But okay, over 35. All right.
Bavosi. Is Jaime Lloreda's over 30, isn't he? Or over 40?
Yes. He's in our next game, correct? For Chiriquí.
Yes.
Now I'm curious.
7 seconds left in the quarter. Here comes Thiago Rodriguez. Gets a little bit of an opening, passes it, and a foul called with 0.8 of a second left. As Alvaro Pajovic took the pass on the cut, and that foul is going to be on Vinicius Silva, and that will be his third. Unless they already put that up quickly. Yes, they did. So that's just his second. One more to come for Pajovic. And that one rattles out. So the quarter will come to a close with Minas on top by 3, 22-19.
Senhoras e senhores, no final do primeiro quarto com placar Minas 22 e Biguá 19.
Looking at the shooting numbers on this one so far, both teams filling it up pretty good. For Minas, 7 of 15 overall, 46.7%. 2 of 6 from the arc, 6 of 8 from the free throw line. For Biguá, 7 of 13 overall, 53.9%, 4 of 6 from the arc, but just 1 of 4 from the free throw line. 11 rebounds already for Minas, just 4 for Biguá. 7-2 advantage on the offensive glass for Minas. 3 first quarter turnovers for the hosts, 2 for Biguá. Individual scoring for Minas. Lucas Rodriguez, 2 points. Vinicius Silva, 5. Alexandre Paranhos, 4. Yuri Elias, 11. First quarter points. For Biguá, Juan Ducase, 4 points. Thiago Rodriguez, 3. Alvaro Pajovic with 2. Juan Tello already with 8. Alex Lopez with 2 to finish out the scoring for Biguá. And again, Andrew, I'm reminded of when Minas played Kimsa the other day on Saturday. It was close for a while. I think Minas just has too many weapons offensively to be held down.
Yeah, I think you're right. And you mentioned earlier they didn't start their traditional starters, and they've had some time here, it looks like, but. I'm always curious by how they look at, they don't need to win, but they're in front of their home crowd. And so do they want to give the fans a nice competition and win the game, or just they're definitely not sitting out their stars. As I said, they're already playing. So, and I don't know what strategy I would go with either. So interesting to watch that in these different scenarios we've had, or similar scenarios with different teams, I should say.
Ooh, air ball by Juan Tello. Maybe more like an open gym. Get a good run, get a good sweat, play some competitive ball, but don't do anything stupid. Don't try to hurt yourself.
Right.
Biguá, don't forget, without Andre Spite this window, their best player, had been averaging 14.6 points per game. He had 13 against Minas the last time these two met. Bavosi, cross-court pass, along 2. Foot was on the line. And Biguá again back to within 1. That time it was Vinicius de Oliveira.
Now, wait a minute. That's a development. Spite played yesterday.
He is not on the roster.
Yeah, he must have left between yesterday and today. You wonder if, knowing that the team isn't moving on in the tournament, if he has an opportunity to sign somewhere else, or I don't know.
Yeah, they might have let him go. Yep, that's right. Spite, he had 23 yesterday against Kimsa in 35 minutes.
Yeah, I distinctly remember him because it was the topic of conversation as they were mounting a bit of a comeback. I said he's definitely a guy that can score some points in a hurry. We've seen it earlier in one of our first or second windows.
Nice little baseline out of bound play there. And again, Biguá back to within 1 as Vinicius de Oliveira scores. Three on the way from Arengo, short, rebounded by Pajovic. And here come Biguá looking for the lead. Oliveira back out to Pajovic. Oliveira Still plenty of time. 10 on the shot clock. Teo backing his man down. Nearly has it poked away off the glass and draws the foul. Hollowell poked it from behind, but then Luis Montero came in and committed the foul. So Juan Teo, who was 4 of 6 from the free throw line yesterday, hits the first, and we're tied at 24. Biguá have not led in this game. And they still have not. Second tie. Last time we were tied, it was 3-3. Three missed. Rebound tapped. Tapped back and finally controlled by De Oliveira. Teo back to Oliveira. Shot blocked. Luis Montero rejected that one.
Montero reminds me of a slightly smaller Kevin Durant. Not quite the 7'6" wingspan or whatever, but
yeah,
still
I can see that.
Pretty formidable for. Yeah, he's kind of sneaky on defense and.
Minas back up by 2. Wide open 3, Thiago Rodriguez, and Biguá back on top. 27-26. Ringo missing. Pajovic, the rebound. Thiago Rodriguez back out to Bavosi. He'll shoot it from there. Pass, he tried to get it into the post, batted away, now up ahead, and Arengo was there for the easy lay-in, and just like that, Minas back on top. And a timeout on the floor as Nicolas Mazzarino takes a break in the action with his team down by 1. Just about 6.5 minutes to play in this second quarter. It's Minas 27, Biguá. I beg your pardon, Minas 28, Biguá 27.
Pero paciencia, paciencia. Vamos, 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 vamos.
28-27 in favor of Minas here at Minas Tenis Clube in Belo Horizonte, Brazil. Alongside Andrew Hunt, my name is Craig Fada. Thanks so much for joining us wherever you're tuned in from around the Americas or around the world. In the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL Americas YouTube channel and Courtside 1891. Espinosa swings it right side to Alex Lopez, now to Teo. Swarming defense by Minas. Rebounded Espinosa. I beg your pardon, Rafa Minero. Pass stolen away by Teo. Leading the break, takes it all the way himself. Finger roll short. And a foul called. Espinosa tried to guessed correctly, but bumped Teo on the way up. One more game coming up after this one tonight. Flamengo, after stubbing their toe yesterday, will look to exact some revenge on Toros de Chiriquí. 9:20 p.m. local time in Buenos Aires, 7:20 p.m. Eastern time in the U.S. Andrew, what happened in that game yesterday where Boca just pasted Flamengo?
Yeah, Boca, it was one of those examples. It's funny, we've seen it a couple times already this tournament. Boca was shooting outrageous percentages. At one point, they were at like 75% from three on their home court. Sunday morning, one of our favorite atmospheres in this tournament. That Boca crowd really shows out. They've got their gym packed.
Yes.
And it was an exciting game to watch. And yeah, Flamengo just also didn't really they didn't really show up on the stat page anyway to play. So a couple different things there.
Sermonado scores 30-29 in favor of Minas. The Gremlins in our graphics program have it 20-20. It's actually 31-30 in favor of Biguá. I thought my handwritten score was right, and then the website had something wrong, had something different, and then the graphic had something different. So I thought I was going crazy there for a second, but it turned out I was not. At least not this time. 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Biguá leading 31-30. They didn't take their first lead until 27-26. Exactly halfway through the second quarter now. Into Barranjos. Barranjos gets it back, has to shoot it up over Sermonado and does. Tough shot. 32-31 in favor of Minas. Lopez, left side, now a three, a little too strong. Rebound. Finally corralled by Espinosa. Takes it himself, skips it into the corner. Rodriguez back outside, and the offense resets. Here comes Mineiro kicking it back out. Nice ball movement by Minas. Three on the way, well short. But an offensive rebound by Mineiro. 18-footer on the way. Nope. And a foul on Yuri Elias as he sends Alex Lopez to the planks. Elias had 11 points in that first quarter, has not scored since. Monteo in double figures for Biguá with 11. Rafa Mineiro already 5 rebounds for Minas. Alvaro Pajovic has 4 for Biguá.
Siga tudo o que acontece no campeonato pelo Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube oficial do torneio @PCL Américas.
So after the free throws, Biguá back on top by 1. And Leonardo Costa takes time out.
Enquanto isso, você acompanha os melhores momentos até aqui da partida no telão.
No doubt Biguá disappointed, not advancing to the quarters, but they are playing well against Minas. Back in a moment.
Pegamos essa bola. Esquece a arbitragem, eu vou parar de falar com os árbitros. O critério é esse. O critério é esse. Agora, nós estamos jogando o ritmo que tá bom pra eles. Eu tô vendo pouco contra-ataque, pouca energia. Vai.
Interesting to listen into Leonardo Costa there. I know even less Portuguese than I know Spanish. So it couldn't help out very much there as we look at the three-pointer by Thiago Rodriguez. Splash that one. So Minas looking to get back on top. 7 lead changes already in this one. Biguá has only led a total of 1 minute and 37 seconds. And a travel in the backcourt on Biguá. Don't forget, Minas led by as many as 10 in that first quarter at 17-7. Quick spin move and a reverse dunk. Alexandre Paraños goes under the basket, elevates and jams it with the right hand.
That was the kind of stuff we saw from him. That's what we saw from him beginning of the tournament. And he hasn't been that explosive in like the second window or most of this one. Love to see, since they're going to the next round, to see more of that out of Paraños.
He and Luis Montero. Paraños averaging 9.2 points and 6.2 rebounds per game in this tournament. He had 11 points and 10 rebounds, and then 11 points and 8 rebounds against Biguá. Back outside to Espinosa, around the screen by Driver, who has not played yet in this tournament. Seeing his first action, Maximo Driver, 19-year-old for Biguá, on the floor now for the first time. He's been on the roster for at least 2 of the windows. I can't remember if he was on their roster for all 3 windows, but he has not seen any floor time. But he is out there now. 6'7", 200 centimeters, 19 years old. One of 3 teenagers on the roster for Biguá. Here comes Espinosa, outside to Serminato. Catala couldn't handle it, and he kicks it out of bounds.
It's a nice
move. There's that dunk by Paraños. Quick baseline move around Driver.
Peekaboo.
Paraños misses that one. Now Biguá shooting for the lead. Rebound tipped by Serminato, but Minas controls. Arengo, I beg your pardon, that's Rodriguez. Rodriguez the offensive rebound. And a nice putback by Leandro Serminato. And a timeout called. Let's go party. 11 lead changes now. 37-36. The teams have been just trading the lead back and forth most of this second quarter. 37-36 Biguá leading Minas with 1:28 to play in this second quarter. We are back in a moment live from Belo Horizonte in Brazil.
Então por que esse índice de turnover, quantidade de erro? Nós estamos sem foco, estamos sem atenção no jogo. Porra, vamos! Põe uma bola pro Yuri lá no poste baixo da sequencial. Leva do lado oposto, sequencial, vai pro poste, baixo, bola no Iori. Pindão pra subida do Mineiro. Se a bola cair, nós vamos cair na 2 lá. Defesa 2, vai.
Siga tudo o que acontece no campeonato pelo Twitter, Facebook, Instagram e YouTube oficial do torneio @BCL Américas.
37-36 in favor of Biguá. Now a little bit of pressure in the backcourt. There's Lucas Rodriguez, the impressive youngster for Minas. And nice finish, getting the friendly roll there. And Minas back on top with 1 minute to play in this second quarter. Ajovic. Now here comes Lopez. A little bounce pass underneath to Greiver. He gives it up. And Matias Espinosa gets the friendly bounce. Three-pointer missed. And then Paranhos blocked by Greiver. I wish I had Maximo Greiver's name. Maximo, what a great name.
You like Maximo or Vinicius better?
I like Maximo. It sounds like
okay.
It sounds like the highest setting on a power tool or a fast car model. What do you have? Oh, I drive the Maximo. The saw's not cutting it. I'm gonna have to turn it up to Maximo.
The Vinicius sounds like more of like a luxury car, you know? I drive a Vinicius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a Roman emperor. Emperor Vinicius. We're stuck with $14 lead changes now. 13 seconds to play in this second quarter. Shot clock is off. Here's Espinosa. And that goes off the foot of the defender. I believe that was Lucas Rodriguez. It was. So it will remain with Biguá. Of course, no reset on the shot clock. Into Serminato, drives baseline, 3-2. Shot missed, rebounded by Paranhos, and we go to halftime with Minas on top by the score of 41-39. Biguá outscores Minas in that second quarter 20-19. As we look at the numbers for Minas, 16 of 35 overall, 45.7%. Their three-point shooting fell off after a couple of early ones. They are now 2 of 12 for 16.7%, 7 of 9 from the free throw line. For Biguá, 14 of 30 for 46.7% overall, 5 of 12 from the arc, and 6 of 10 from the free throw line. Minas still dominating the boards, 23-13, including 12-5 on the offensive end. 7 turnovers for Minas in that first half, 5 for Biguá. Individually for Minas, Jeremy Hollowell, 2 points in just under 5 minutes of action. Danilo Fusaro, 3 points. Lucas Rodriguez, 2. Rafa Mineiro has not scored, but he's got 6 rebounds. Vinicius Silva, 5 points, but sitting with some foul trouble as he's got 3. Wanarengo with 4. Alexandre Paranhos with 8 and 6 boards. So he's on the double-double watch. Yuri Elias finished the half with 15 after having 11 in the first quarter. And Luis Montero with 2. For Biguá, Nicolas Catala, 2 points. Juan Ducase, 4. Thiago Rodriguez, 6. Matias Espinosa, 2. Leandro Serminato, 4. Alvaro Pajovic, 2 points, 4 rebounds. Juan Tejo with 11 points. Alex Lopez, 4 points. Vinicius de Oliveira has 4. And Maximo Griver, in his first action with Biguá, has played just over 4 minutes but has not scored. Second half coming up live from Minas Tennis Club in Belo Horizonte, Brazil, in just a few moments.
E agora, eu quero convidar a quadra o meu amigo, o mascote mais querido do Brasil, mas ele que a semana inteira treinou para poder me... Sem borrar a regra, hein, dessa vez. Toda vez ele não vira aqui. Isso, gostei. Aê! Valeu, meu amigo. Valeu. Já me deve 500. É ou não é, galera? Tá postado, vocês viram. Deixa eu ver. Aí, ó. Agora sim, ó, no telão. Vai você agora. Quero ver. Ah, beleza. Ó, o replay, o replay. Ô, Ricardo, salva esse vídeo pra mim, hein? Agora é minha vez pra liquidar, né? E olha que eu nem treinei direito, hein? Quero ver agora. Cadê minha torcida aí, gente? Eu deixei dessa vez só pra ele empatar. Aquela desculpa, né? Vai, Max, sua vez agora. Sua última chance, quero ver. Vai errar, vai errar, vai errar. Ah, não, aí é muita humilhação, hein? Aí não pode, mostra. Esse foi o nosso show de intervalo. Vamos aplausos, gente! Muito obrigado! Sabiam que este ano o Minas comemora 90 anos? Além dos uniformes bonitões que nossas equipes estão usando, o clube lançou um jingle incrível na voz do Rogério Flauzino. Nós vamos escutar agora. E para ouvir de novo, vocês podem assistir ao vídeo no canal oficial do Minas. É para escutar diversas vezes e decorar para a gente cantar junto, hein? Minas, 90 anos de história e o futuro inteiro pela frente no telão.
Minas, 90 anos de histórias e um futuro tanto pela frente.
From around the Americas or around the world. In the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL Americas YouTube channel and Courtside 1891. Handoff and a three-pointer for Lucas Rodriguez. I beg your pardon, that was Franco Barale getting into the act. First 3 points of the game for Barale. Floater by Thiago Rodriguez. That 5-point lead was the biggest for Minas just a moment ago since the first quarter when Minas led by 10. And then Biguá went on a 10-1 run to cut it to within 1. Here's Rodriguez again. Right side picked up by Hollowell. There is Alvaro Pajovic, number 21 in white for Biguá, cutting the lead back to 3. Beg your pardon, 1. Now a three-pointer at the other end. Yuri Elias.
Yeah, cutting that lead down in high-flying fashion.
Yeah. Bavosi giving it up. And here comes Rodriguez on the attack again. Tried to spin it up there. Got it behind the backboard, but a foul called. Looks like Rodriguez took a knee to the thigh or something after that one. Free throw by Rodriguez, good. That was his first free throw in this tournament. Second offering up and good.
Everybody clap your hands.
Quick score back at the other end by Barale. Lead back to 4. Kick out to Bavosi, now to Rodriguez as Pajovic has it now. Biguá working it around the outside. Rodriguez. Serminato, 4 on the shot clock, working his way in. Tough shot by Leandro Serminato. Ramos giving it up to Hollowell. Kicked by Ducasse. It'll be Minas ball with a fresh 14. Three on the way from Hollowell, missed. Rebound out of bounds, and they're going to say that went off. Oh, I thought one official signaled that went off Serminato, but yes, it did go off Serminato. Okay. Right off his head.
Yeah, off the noggin there. Before it hit his head, I said, "Ooh, we might have to replay this." And then it hit his head, and I was like, "Never mind."
Boy, that sure looked like it went off Serminato's head, but they gave possession to Biguá. Interesting. Okay. Ducasse has his pass tipped out of bounds by Parayos, and it'll be Biguá ball with 4.8 to shoot. So Bavosi to inbound. Rodriguez launches the 3, short. Parayos the rebound. Corrale around the screen by Paraños. Launches the three, missed left. That was Pajovic on the rebound again. Bounce pass up ahead to Serminato. A little too far for him. Serminato. Now Bavosi for three. Wait. This Serminato's pass, it looked like he wasn't even looking. He just whipped that hook pass all the way across the court and hit his man right in the hands.
You got to be ready for those passes.
There you get a look at young Alvaro Pajovic. 4 points, 5 rebounds in this game. Raleigh gives it up. Oh, beautiful drive and move along the left-hand side of the lane for Jeremy Hollowell. He's got 4 points now. And here comes Serminato at the other end, giving it up to Pajovic. Won't fall in. And foul's going to be on Juan Ducasse. He's not happy about something else that occurred prior to that foul he just committed there. As we get a look at the impressive drive by the 30-year-old American Hollowell. And another foul away from the ball. We got a couple of bars into Seven Nation Army.
I thought I heard earlier that the drum line was playing, or some instrument was playing along with that. I said, okay.
I don't know that I heard that. Now the captain, Federico Bavosi, over to talk to one of the officials as Yuri Elias comes to the free throw line. He's 1 of 2 tonight. Ooh, air ball from the left side as the putback is good. That was Danilo Fusaro coming up about a foot short on that shot, and he immediately started rubbing his hands. Maybe they were too cold and couldn't get a good feel on the ball. But a foul on the putback sends Paraños to the line to complete the three-point play, and the lead is now 8. That three is straight through. Leandro Serminato way outside. Cuts the lead back down to 5. Paraños on the drive now. Missed. Lopez. Little scoop with the right hand, will not fall in. Beg your pardon, that was Thiago Rodriguez on that miss. And a foul on the rebound. They call that on Serminato? Didn't see much there. That sends Elias to the free throw line with 4:49 to play in this third quarter. Free throw straight through. Don't forget, one more coming up after this one tonight. Flamengo against Toros de Chiriquí. 9:20 local time, 7:20 Eastern in the USA. Actually, they gave that previous foul to Alex Lopez. .57-50 now. 3 on the way from straight on. No good. Offensive rebound by Vinicius de Oliveira. And now Pajovic has it. Found the cutting Alex Lopez, but he couldn't do anything with it. Shot clock at 5. Pajovic. Got to do something. Gets it to Thiago Rodriguez. Kicked by Montero. And are they going to give him a fresh 14 as the shot clock was winding down? And the officials will gather to discuss it. So yes, they will. Fresh 14. Bailed out by the kick off of the foot of Montero. Saw the ball change spin after it came off his foot, so there was definitely contact and a break for Biguá. De Oliveira for 3. Missed that one. That was his first 3-point attempt in a game and a half. Montero giving it up. Thiago Rodriguez off the square after the fast break opportunity, and the lead back down to 5. Biguá now with a chance to chip into this lead even further. Serminato got in the air and turned it over.
Oh, nice tip.
Yeah, beautiful feed on the fast break. One hand tip pass to Jeremy Hollowell. Great awareness to have those hands ready and go right up with it and score. Montero kind of threw the alley-oop to Elias, but the defender was there, so Elias just tipped it back to Hollowell, and he got the layup out of it. Now Biguá wanting timeout, trailing again by 7, 59-52.
Estamos bien. No empecemos a hacer las pavadas esta, de perder pelota para que nos corran. Prefiero un tiro, los 24 segundos, a que nos corran así. Estamos bien, tranquilo. La defensa seguimos igual. Nico.
59-52. 14 lead changes in this one, but all in the first half as Minas have slowly started to put a little bit of distance between themselves and Biguá, but every time Minas gets that lead out to about 5 or 7, Biguá rips off a couple of buckets. 3.5 to shoot for Biguá. Got to get it in. They do. They get it to Oliveira, but his shot blocked. A foul called, though. Foul on Luis Montero. Very nearly violation getting that ball in bounds. Free throw good by Vinicius de Oliveira. Second one straight through as well, and the lead cut back down to 5, 2:50 to play third quarter. Rodriguez back to his right. Pass tipped and turned over. Here comes Espinosa. Gets it back. Now Ducasse. He puts up the tray. That is good! Juan Ducasse gets Biguá back to within 2. I was just about to say, Andrew, that I get the feeling that Minas are going to start to pull away. And just as I say that, Biguá gets it back to within 2. And now Biguá, with 2 minutes to play in this third quarter, can tie it up or even take the lead on this possession. Catala between the rings. Shot clock at 7. Back outside, long 3 from the right wing, missed. Here's Arengo. Silva for 3. Finally, Vinicius de Oliveira pulls that down. Oh, what a fake by Juan Ducasse! And he's got Biguá back on top!
Yeah, Craig, you mentioned that. Oh, let's watch this again.
Yeah, and I think the Minas player said Ducasse tripped him. And he did. It was just a jab step on a fake.
Yeah, it definitely looked like the defender stepped on his foot, not the foot went under his step, I guess I should say. But yeah, you mentioned that Minas looks to pull away, but keep in mind their starters, they're going to end up playing about 1/4 of time by the end of this third quarter. So I feel like that's where we're seeing our gaps, is that they're a little more proficient at scoring than the guys we don't traditionally see in the starting role.
Rafa Mineiro gets Minas back on top. Our 16th lead change. Espinosa, 5 on the shot clock. Into the corner. That 3 looked like it was going to fall in, but no. Now, about a 1.5 difference between the shot clock. Okay, the shot clock is off. Game clock now at 10. Vinicius Silva draws the foul on his way into the paint. And with 8.9 seconds to play in this third quarter, as we look at the three-pointer by Juan Ducasse. So Vinicius Silva had been 5 of 6 from the free throw line in this game prior to that miss. Misses both. And Biguá will have a chance to take the lead into the fourth quarter. Clock at 4. 3 on the way. Short. And Biguá will not take the lead going into this fourth quarter. And even though that shot bounced off the rim for Juan Arengo, it would not have counted from 3/4 of the way across the court. And we go to the fourth quarter separated by just 1 point. 61-60 in favor of Minas.
Instagram e YouTube oficial do torneio, @PCL Américas. E alô, torcedor, aproveite e
as Biguá outscores Minas in that third quarter 21-20. Biguá have actually outscored Minas in the last 2 quarters, but only by 1 point each time. They trailed by 3 after 1. That's why they still trail by 1 after 3. As we roll the highlights, we'll check out the numbers so far. Thank you. For Minas, 23 of 51 overall, 4 of 20 from three-point range, 11 of 15 from the free throw line. Biguá, 21 of 46 overall, 8 of 21 from the arc, 10 of 14 from the stripe. Minas still dominating the glass, 34-21, a massive Windex advantage, 15-6 offensively. For Minas, Jeremy Hollowell, 6 points. Franco Barale, 5. Danilo Fusaro, 3. Lucas Rodriguez, 2. Rafa Mineiro has 2 points, 7 rebounds. Vinicius Silva, 5 points. Juan Arengo, 4. Alexandre Paranhos, 11 points, 9 rebounds. Yuri Elias, 21 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Luis Montero, 2 points, 4 boards, 3 dimes. For Biguá, Nicolas Catala, 2 points. Juan Ducase, 10. Ducase with 4 fouls, so keep an eye on that. Thiago Rodriguez, 12 points. Matias Espinosa, 2. Leandro Sermonado, 9. Alvaro Pajovic, 4 points, 5 boards. Juan Tello, 11 points. Alex Lopez has 4. Vinicius Silva, I beg your pardon, Vinicius de Oliveira, 6 points, 4 rebounds. And our guy, Maximo Griver, has not yet scored. We've not yet seen him in this second half. Welcome in once again, 61-60 in favor of Minas. 16 lead changes in this one. Make it 17 as Vinicius de Oliveira hits the three-pointer to put Biguá back on top. Alongside Andrew Hunt, my name is Craig Feta. Thanks so much for joining us in the USA on FanDuel TV. Minas, they answer at the other end. That time it was Lucas Rodriguez. In the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL Americas YouTube channel and FIBA's Courtside 1891. Lead changes now. We'll see if this fourth quarter goes the way of the second quarter, when the teams traded the lead back and forth. Minas have led this game about 26 minutes. Biguá just over 3.5 minutes, but just a 1-point spread between these two teams. Mineiro gets it right side to Montero.
Hang around.
Sometimes that's all you need to do. Arengo, shot clock at 6, puts up the three-pointer. Nope. Rebounded by Pajovic. And Andrew, I know that you are going to hang me an effigy or poke a voodoo doll with my likeness for asking this question. Have we had an overtime game?
That's crazy, because I was just thinking that. I don't think we have. Now, last year I joined late. I wasn't around for the group play. Only I think I started in the quarterfinals, and we had in the semis and the finals we had like 4 or 5 overtime games. And so
Yep.
I was just thinking, we've had some great games, some games that have come down to the wire, but nothing that hit that overtime. Another thing I'm thinking is we had one that was a double overtime. It didn't go triple, did it? One with Halcones? Paul Diaz, I believe.
Paul Stoll.
There we go.
Stoll?
Yeah, he took it into an overtime or the second overtime.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Yeah,
I think it was getting close to a third overtime. I think he hit a three from somewhere near Acapulco to win it late in double OT. I think we've had overtime. I finished out one notebook. I'm in a new notebook, so I can't really look back at my old notes.
If we had overtime, it was only one game, or it was one of the few games that I wasn't on the broadcast, which has been maybe 5 games.
Yeah, I think I've missed 2 or 3, maybe more than that. Oh, tough bucket by Serminato. 65-64 Biguá. If we've had overtime games through the group phase, it hasn't been more than 2. Rafa Mineiro scores from long range, and a travel by Matías Espinosa. Yeah, he changed hands. And Lucas Rodriguez skipping in the air, making the call at the same time as the official. That three-pointer missed. Bavosi the rebound. 43-year-old Federico Bavosi. Nearly 15 minutes in this game so far. Mineiro the rebound. And Nicolas Mazzarino really has spread around the minutes for Biguá, with the exception of Maximo Griver, who's only played 4 minutes. Everybody else has played at least 13 and a half minutes. Juan Tello and Nicolas Catala at 13 and a half minutes have played the fewest. But everybody in double figures minutes-wise for Biguá, except Griver. Left-hand floater good by Arengo. Ducasse giving it up right side to Rodriguez. I guess it would track, Andrew, that you wouldn't see a lot of overtime in the group phase because you usually got one team that's significantly better than the other two in the group. And then when you get into the group phase, or rather the quarterfinals, you get teams that are a little more evenly matched.
Right. That's kind of what I was thinking too. Is you get you got the top of the top once you get into the semis and the finals. So a lot of hard-fought games there, and multiple that were close.
Montero, the step back from 3 would not go, and the jump ball called, and the alternating possession arrow will go to Minas. Now Arengo for 3. That's good. And the lead is 7. And I was thinking, Andrew, that a low-scoring game benefits Biguá in this one. Although we're not really on pace for a terribly low-scoring game. Figure 80 to 85 is average for a high-level FIBA game.
I think our highest scoring teams in the tournament yeah, our highest scoring teams in the tournament, I think, are in the high 80s are their average scores. I believe that's Flamengo and Franca are the two highest scoring, if I remember right. I'm going off memory here.
Franca, I think it was last year. Franca, I think it was last year, averaged 96 points per game. It was ridiculous.
Right.
As Vinicius de Oliveira draws the foul on Luis Montero. It'll be the third foul on Montero. Well, it escaped my attention a few moments ago, but Juan Ducasse for Biguá has fouled out. So Ducasse's night is done. He's a high-level veteran, so that's going to hurt Biguá down the stretch. Ducasse finished with 10 points. Other foul trouble. Mineiro with 3 for Minas. Silva with 4 for Minas. Elias and Montero now both with 3. For Biguá, only Alex Lopez has 3 fouls. (72-67). 4.5 minutes to play in regulation. As Andrew gets ready to throat punch me for saying that. Oh my, Rafa Mineiro with the right hand, the tomahawk jam. And it is back to 7.
Yeah, obviously you don't mind the overtime games. It was what I remember from last year's. We had 2 games in a night. Both went to overtime, and one of them I think went to double overtime. You ended up. It was 6+ hours of basketball. That you wouldn't want to do that every night, but they were exciting games, so not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, that's tough on the voice.
Right.
Pajovic comes in for the block. With a foul called. I don't think Pajovic was guilty of a foul on the block. As we look at the dunk by Mineiro. Danilo Fusaro misses the free throw. That last foul, by the way, was on Pajovic. I thought he had a clean block, and the foul occurred after that. Maybe he did have a clean block and then committed the foul. That's always likely. Possible, I should say. 74-69. And Biguá will not go away. Matías Espinosa gets them back to within 2. .310 to play in the 4th quarter. And now again, Biguá with a chance to tie. Don't tell me they don't have anything to play for, even though they're eliminated. They are showing a lot of pride and professionalism out here tonight. Oliveira steps on the baseline, turns it over. Actually, they called a foul on Fusaro for bumping him out. So not a turnover. Biguá still with a chance to take the lead here or tie it. Thiago Rodriguez. That would have been something had that gone in. Threw that up over the backboard and said a prayer. Oh, soaring in with the left hand. Very nicely done. Danilo Fusaro. Let's lead back to 4. Espinosa around the screen. Now up top to Pajovic. Shot clock at 5. Serminato has his shot blocked out of bounds, and that should be a shot clock violation. As we look at the pretty left-hand layup by Danilo Fusaro. And Vinicius de Oliveira comes out. Maximo Greiver comes on. Interesting substitution. I'm not sure if Oliveira had something on his uniform or in the form of blood or was bleeding somewhere and needed to get attended to. And that's exactly what's going on. You can see them working on that left arm on the bench. Jump hook won't go. Rebounded by Serminato. Can Biguá complete the comeback tonight? They fell short last night against Quimsa, 75-71. Oh, the Euro won't go. Rebound Pajovic. And he gets fouled. Danilo Fusaro can't believe it. Who Danilo Fusaro reminds me of, if he had a few more inches on him. Maybe a little bit.
I feel like you're going to say something I disagree with.
Hey, not like you saying whoever that was looked like Tim Duncan. He didn't look like any more like Tim Duncan than I did.
He's Tuto coach.
Anyway, my feeling is that Danilo Fusaro looks a lot like Andrew Hunt.
Oh, all right. I'll have to.
Oh, beautiful break, but Vinicius de Oliveira too hard off the glass. For the dagger. It won't fall in. But Minas, the offensive rebound, they continue to crash the glass. Their 18th offensive rebound in this game. Now, did they credit a block on that shot? No, they just credited that as a missed layup on the stat sheet. So that was not a block, but a critical miss on the layup attempt by Vinicius de Oliveira. That would have gotten the lead to 2. Instead, it's a 5-point spread as Minas takes the lead, make it 6, 78-72. This is very reminiscent of the game on Saturday when that layup rolled off, which would have tied it Will Biguá have any magic in this last minute? Again, they lost a heartbreaker that eliminated them from the competition yesterday to Kimsa by just 4 points. A quick three, and it's good! Miss and a defensive rebound. Matías Espinosa inside 30 seconds to play now. Trailing by 3. Rodriguez swings it right, gets it back. Shot clock at 10. Has his pocket picked into the backcourt. The defense touched it, so no backcourt violation. Serminato hangs in the air, and it falls in. Serminato in the air so long they put a sundial on him. Behind the back dribble, hanging and hitting. Boy, was that a Jordan-esque move. Timeout, Minas. Ahead by 1. 9 seconds to play. (78-77). 9 seconds to play in this one. Hope you've been enjoying this one. It's been a back and forth affair. Minas have led most of the way, but there's been 20 lead changes. Minas led by as many as 7 just a few moments ago, but a couple of three-pointers by Biguá got it back to 1. Actually 10.1 on the clock, and there's the quick foul by Leandro Serminato, who made that remarkable shot before the timeout. The behind-the-back dribble. Here we're going to see it again from the backboard cam. Hanging in the air, double clutching, and putting up the one-handed shot as the defender came swooping in. Fusaro hits the free throw. Big free throw here. And Fusaro hits. Biguá takes timeout. Nicolas Mazzarino going to draw something up with 9.4 to play. And if you're Nicolas Mazzarino, what do you draw up here? Vinicius de Oliveira, 2 of 3 from the arc. Juan Teo, 2 of 2, but we haven't seen him in a while. Thiago Rodriguez, 2 of 2. Ducase's 3 of 4, but he's out. Espinosa and Serminato have... Yeah, Espinosa and Serminato have each hit a three-pointer. Federico Bavosi, 0 for 3. He came into this one a 50% three-point shooter. Or do you expect Minas is going to foul and perhaps give Biguá 2 points from the free throw line or 1 and an intentional miss and try to get an offensive rebound. What do you, if you're both coaches here, what do you do, Andrew? Very quickly.
I think, yeah, with Biguá, I think I'm going for 3. I may try to foul if I mean, that's really, anybody could be different on that one.
Yeah, you don't want to foul on the three-point shot, that's
definitely
for sure.
Not.
So Pajovic to inbound. Outside to Rodriguez. Clock at 7. From way outside, De Oliveira missed. De Oliveira missed it badly left. It was a tough shot from way outside. Chance to tie with time winding down. And now Biguá again. They're going to have to foul. And even though Vinicius de Oliveira has hit a pair of three-pointers, I don't really think that's his most comfortable shot, but that was the best option Biguá had. And now Leo Costa takes timeout.
It looked like that one was drawn up for Serminato to catch inside the 3 and pitch out there to, I believe it was Rodriguez hoping for a shot, but they had Rodriguez locked down outside the 3, so then they had to improvise, and it was either take a kind of a bad shot or run out of time. So at least now they have time to possibly come up with something. Not a lot of time.
Yeah, I think they were hoping the defense would have collapsed on Serminato from outside to leave Thiago Rodriguez open, but they did not. And credit Minas and Leonardo Costa for staying on their assignments. So 2.5 to play. Expect an immediate foul here. They did not foul. Oh, now. For a moment, it didn't look like they were going to foul. So Fusaro to ice it. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Now you got to make this one. I was thinking if you make the first one, you miss the second one on purpose. Now he's got to make this one.
Did they adjust the clock here?
Well, half a second left, and nothing Biguá can do. 81-77 the final. A great game with nothing at stake except pride and professionalism, as Minas outscore Biguá in this fourth quarter 20-17. So Minas on to the quarterfinals, a perfect 6-0 in group play. Biguá finishes group play at 1 win against 5 losses. As we look at the individual numbers on this, or rather the team numbers first, Minas 29 of 67 overall, 43%, 7 of 29 from the arc for 24%, 16 of 23 from the free throw line for 69%. For Biguá, 27 of 58 overall, 46.5%, 11 of 26 from the arc, and 12 of 18 from the free throw line. Minas 42 rebounds, Biguá 30. Minas 18-7 advantage on the offensive glass. 12 turnovers for Minas, just 13 for Biguá. Both teams took pretty good care of the ball in this one. For Minas, individually, Jeremy Hollowell in just 16.5 minutes of play, 8 points. Franco Barale had 5 points, 5 assists. Danilo Fusaro, 8 points, including some clutch free throws down the stretch. Lucas Rodriguez, 5 points. Rafa Mineiro, 7 points, 8 boards. Vinicius Silva, 5 points as Danilo Fusaro kicks over Lucas Rodriguez. Juan Arengo had 9. Alexandre Parajos did get his double-double, 11 points, 11 boards. Yuri Elias finished with 21 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Luis Montero, 2 points, 5 boards. and 4 assists. For Biguá, Nicolas Catala, 2 points. Juan Ducase, 10. Thiago Rodriguez, 12, along with 4 assists. Matias Espinosa, 5 points. Leandro Sermonado, 13 points, 5 boards. Alvaro Pajovic, 4 points, 10 rebounds. Juan Tello, 11 points. Alex Lopez, 4. Vinicius de Oliveira, 16 points, 4 rebounds. One more game coming up tonight. It's Flamengo and Toros de Chiriquí. We'll have that one at 9:20 p.m. local time in Buenos Aires, 7:20 p.m. Eastern time in the USA. Again, the final score, Minas defeats Biguá by the score of 81-77. For my partner, Andrew Hunt, my name is Craig Feda, saying thanks for watching, and so long for now.
Champions League Américas, esta noite, Minas 80. Muito obrigado, torcida do Minas.